I won't because Florine is not here. So we now go to Aaron Belz.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Great. I'm just going to read a few short poems. The Square Well. So we had a meeting to discuss our meeting format. Fair enough. But then we had a debrief to discuss how that meeting went. Fair enough. But then we had a fourth brainstorm. By the fifth confab, I was penciling in a sixth session on the calendar. It was far enough in the future that for enough of us, fair enough didn't fire enough of our imaginations measurably. Immeasurably, time loped not onward, but inward, and it looped. My schedule became a circular well. Strike that, it was a square well. Well, it was a square, easy enough to delete the invitation everybody sent to everybody else. The Indivisible Man. One of my favorite movies growing up was The Indivisible Man. Wrapped in bandages from head to toe, his corpus could not be segmented. I liked that idea. I wished I hadn't lost both my hips in a sewing accident. Wish, in fact, you hadn't left me when you did. False sense of pride. The biggest mistake I ever made was breaking your heart. If by breaking your heart, you mean trading my Dwight Yoakam belt buckle for the false sense of pride with which I entered my current position at Whirlpool. Wow, am I not good at this? Kant. I wonder if Kant, feeling weak, ever muttered to himself, more like Emmanuel can, and if so, if that worked. A poem for Micah. Whenever I send an email, I imagine its recipient opening it, developing a curious look, or rereading it with concentration, and then relaxing all facial expression into a broad grin and calling others who might be nearby to come see what just arrived from Aaron Belz, reading it aloud to them, rereading parts of it more slowly and drawing a few reactions, some laughter, some outrage, which then avalanche into a cacophony of laughs and expressions such as, how sage, and I misjudged the man, because this is how I read all email I receive from you, Micah. At first, they give me pause, but then the world opens and I walk in. Sick beats. I sneezed on the beat and the beat got sicker. Actually, it had COVID. Unsurprisingly, as our dystopias unfold, dicta such as the future is now and manage the present proliferate. But is it, and must we, with respect to those two, the present, if allowed to billow like a cephalopod ink cloud, may ward off predators and may yield starlit fields full of girlfriends dancing slowly to heavy bass shoegaze while boyfriends sit in the cut, sliding their fingers across their iPhones. And what are they if not pushing the boundaries of doing things differently as night comes on? This is the last poem called My LinkedIn. And a lot of my poems are about corporate life because I've worked at Fidelity Investments, which is in Boston, actually. So the Boston Poetry Marathon is appropriate for me. My LinkedIn. If people ask who I am, say I'm an experienced omni-channel marketing content designer specializing in AI gamification for enhanced industry visibility within the micro-influencer space, who can monetize basically anything, not only by implementing e-com solutions directly in your interactive engagers, but by strategizing larger media buys across all social platforms until your own face appears utterly breathtaking when you look at it in the mirror in the morning, and the people in your life love you for who you actually are, instead of merely an opportunity for professional advancement. That's it. Thank you.
Lovely.